my little comedy show. It's in preparation for the actual one, which will be at the Seattle Comedy Club. If anyone wants to come to that, that'd be cool of you. Woo! So I'm Arnold Chon. I think most of you know me, except you two and you two. And I was trying to get the whole stage going, but I couldn't find a stool, because most comedies have the stool, but I was actually at Bagley, and I was going to steal one from one of the labs, because there was like 20 in there, and no one was in there, but I chickened out. I couldn't get it, so I just used this. Just a little side note for you guys. It works better with the stool.
All right, bring it.
So this morning I was having breakfast. My personal favorite, Pop-Tarts. Anyone? And they have these new Pop-Tarts called Go-Tarts. Apparently they're the portable version of Pop-Tarts, because prior to that, Pop-Tarts was a sit-down meal. Anyway. So I'm watching the news, and there was this accident in the I-90 tunnel. There was this car accident, 3 cars. The first one hit the wall, and then that spiraled into the car next to it. And when the police were filing their report, the man had reported that he had passed out while he was driving. And no, not because he was drunk or high, but he was holding his breath. The duration of the tunnel, he was holding his breath. And for those of you who don't know, it's good luck to hold your breath in a tunnel. Luckily, his head hit the horn on the steering wheel, right? So it would alert people around him to his situation. But no one heeded it, because it's also good luck to honk your horn in tunnels, right? So no one paid attention to it. So he hits one car, that car's another, people are honking, no one cares. And it was just this huge accident. And I was thinking, well, honking horn and holding your breath, it's not very safe, right? So what I started doing myself, and it's spreading like wildfire across the nation, what I started doing was while you're driving, I drive a Mini. While you're driving, you need like a horseshoe or something lucky. You gotta be fidgeting with it in your free hand while you're driving. And when you enter the tunnel, you need a friend to do this. Drop it down where their feet are. And now it's dark, so, hey, could you get that for me? And they'll be like, yeah, because, you're friends. And he'll go down to get it, and right when he reaches down, right when his head is around 2 inches from the dashboard, pump your brakes. It's a blast. He'll hit his head, he'll get pissed, you'll laugh, it's great. So, accident with holding that idiotic, it'd be really embarrassing, wouldn't it? What happened to Frank? He was in a car accident, he was holding his breath for like 3 hours. That was a long-ass tunnel. But we all have embarrassing moments from time to time. Anyone in here? Anyone out there? Anyone in here? Doesn't matter who you are. Young, old, chicks, dicks. The last 2 are referring to baby chickens and white whales, for those of you who are in the know. We all have them. E.g., I was walking down the Ave, and I saw this kid, and those shoes with the little roller heels on the back, the rollies?
Yes.
He was going on them, and you're supposed to keep your toes up, because they're in the heel. And his toes meet the concrete, and this kid falls. And the way this kid fell, like he had never fallen in his life. This kid fell like he had just caught narcolepsy. Like he had just come down with it, and I know narcolepsy isn't contagious, but if it was, that's what I would have guessed, that it would have happened to him. But that's just me. So this kid falls, and he starts crying. But not because he's bleeding from multiple points on his body, but because he was embarrassed. He had just fallen, and he was embarrassed. But then people start, buzzing around him. Are you okay, okay? And the kid stops crying. Because sympathy and contact makes embarrassing moments okay. They share an inverse relationship. The more sympathy people have for you, the less embarrassing it is. And I've heard people tell me, no, that's not true. But here's why. I was running down the Red Square, and my foot caught a loose brick, and I must have stumbled like halfway across it. And I did that run where you're running and then you stumble and your face is like 2 feet from the ground and you're like trying not to fall. And you relinquish all pride and dignity so you don't fall. But you fall anyway. And people are, oh, dude, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, that was bad. And since he was talking to me, I could talk back. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool, I'm good. I was just trying out this new run that apparently burns more fat and could stop terrorism. So, at least if they make contact, you can at least explain I'm not a total idiot. But if they don't make contact with you, if you biff it and you get up, then you're just left in the dark, and people their imaginations run wild, and you're just scared. And everyone around you is just kind of staring, like they're doing that stare where they're like, they don't want to look at you, but they do. And you're like, trying to pick out the ones that are looking at you. And right when they're at earshot, you're gonna be like, dude, did you see that guy? Yeah, I got it on my cell phone, I got it. It's going on YouTube. And usually embarrassing moments after you live them are okay, but the whole world's getting smaller and smaller with technology. So chances are, your embarrassing moments aren't going to leave you alone. You'll be in some interview at some corporate business office, and you'll be like, yeah. And if you look right here, you can tell that, whoa. You're the guy that can't run. You're the retard that can't run. Smith, get over it. Bring Baker's, bring your guys' division. It's the retard that can't, on YouTube. Yeah, that guy. He's here. But, we all have them. And usually if you're with your friends, you can at least bounce, even if no one makes contact, you can at least bounce your embarrassment off them. You can just go up to them and, Dusty! That was great, right? You can at least bounce it off. But sometimes, your friends you have those friends that you haven't seen in a couple months, but you used to be really good friends, and you'll be walking, and you'll see them, and you'll actually stop to talk to them. Like me, I was walking down, where that fountain is with all ducks? I was walking down that, and I see this girl that I haven't seen in 3 months, and I was excited, because we used to be friends. And I was like, what's up? Hey, I haven't seen you in 3 months. And I stop to talk, but that takes a mutual agreement on both parties. So she doesn't stop walking, and she just keeps like, hey, how are you doing? And she turns around, and she just keeps talking to me. So I can't just stand there. I have to walk backwards too. Thing where you walk backwards and talk to them, and you have to continue to get louder because they're getting farther and farther away. And I could tell that she didn't care. And she finally said, hey, I gotta go, but I'll call you. And I was like, that's what you say, but you can say that because it's vague enough to where you can say it without feeling bad, yet hopeful enough to where I believe you. So she's gone, and I call up one of my friends. We'll leave her nameless for now. And I was like, hey, what are you doing tonight? She's like, nothing, I'm so bored. And I was like, oh, awesome, let's do something, let's have some fun. And she said, actually, I was just about to get started on laundry. As you were calling, I was filling my bath. I have the 75 cents in my pocket to do laundry right now. And she said that every time for 13, I called her 13 times, and every time, laundry. After the third time, I kind of figured she doesn't like me that much. But I wanted to see how many more times she was. So what I did is, I called her up, and I was like, let's hang out, while laundry. She puts her stuff, I was watching her, and she puts her stuff in the machine, and she leaves, and I went in there, and I opened it up, and I stole all her clothes. So then the next day I called her up, and I was like, hey, let's hang out. And I hear this heavy breathing. Okay. And I gave it back. I called up, hey, I found this bag of laundry.